1-3, and you said they had played 24 minutes of dominating football. However, that last minute really got them, and Robert Lee has got to be in the locker room thinking, "Hey, we're in this game."
I'm sure they're of the mindset, and that's what I talked about earlier with Lee, that I think is so different from Lee teams I've seen in the past year lately, is they're a disciplined group. And you had mentioned that they'd been in a shootout before. I know that they were back and forth early in the year with East Rock, and I got a chance to look at that game, and back and forth. But they were getting physically hammered, and that last touchdown there has sparked them. This is going to be a football game. It's going to be up to I believe Luray to come back out and try to exert that force and that physicality on them right off the bat. Again, they're going to have to stop them.
Would you buy the statement that good offense can also translate into good defense? As we saw there on the last few plays of the first half, Lee's defensive front, especially led by their big man up front, Tavion Hall, looked pretty stout to finish the half.
Well, and particularly when you've got a guy like Jaden Williams heading up the offense on the other side, the potential for 6 points is there with every snap. And with the athletes he's got around him, Strother and Robertson, they're a quick strike team.
So we will have some stats for you. Dylan Jenkins 0 for 3 through the air, but he does have 3 rushes for 20 yards. Jaden Williams on the other side of the quarterbacking tandem is 5 of 11 for 110 yards. He does have an interception. In the running game, Tristan Yao has had 12 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns, so a very impressive first half for Tristan. Justin Vaughn as well, only 5 carries but 46 yards and a touchdown, including that 30-yarder that we talked about earlier. Dylan Atkins also with 4 carries and 38 yards, so a nice first half for him. He's not usually figured in as much as the aforementioned Vaughn and Yao. Devin Williams, only 3 carries for 9 yards. It's been a struggle for their offense the entire time. Kavon Robertson, 2 carries, 14 yards, and a touchdown. So not really impressive stats here for Lee, but they're still in this ball game.
Oh, they're definitely in the ball game. And as you mentioned with Luray and their run game, that's the thing that really stands out to me is the power and the physicality of their runners, but the ability to break off big runs. They've got speed. And I was really concerned with the matchup of speed with Luray versus Lee, but they've stuck right with him here. But now, as you mentioned, Lee has formidable weapons on offense, and balls in Jaden Williams' hands every snap. He can make things happen through the air and running the football himself.
You look for Williams to air it out a lot here in the second half. This game could turn into the battle of turnovers. As we saw, it was all Luray early because of 2 Lee turnovers, the interception and the fumble. And then you turn it around right there at the end of the first half. Luray fumbles on their own goal line.